Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Shaughnessy, and on this channel we discuss fragrance, beauty, and wellness. And if you simply like to have a good time and you like my vibe, subscribe. So y'all, Vania did another tag. I think she did create a couple of tags and she's added again and she tagged me, y'all. I'm like, Shaughnessy, get your act together. Vania got a fragrance journal, she got clothes, she got merch, she be going out with fragrance tags, and girl, what Shaw's over driving that struggle bus when it comes to being creative like that. But she tagged me and I was excited to do this tag. So it's the Perfumes I Wish I Could Smell Again for the First Time tag. So y'all know me, I like to talk. I take tag videos and use them as kind of a get to know me better. I tell stories, and I know I'm going to be talking in this one, so just it is what it is. So the first one I wanted to start with, I think I'm going to start from back in the day. Okay, so I have two honorable mentions before I start with the ones I have here. Vera Wang Princess. Do y'all remember that? I didn't have time. I'm doing this video on the fly because I went out, met some friends today, and I don't feel like I'm going to be putting on makeup and trying to dress up for the remainder of my last week off. So I was like, I better get this video done. So Vera Wang Princess, I said I would say I don't have a picture of it, and it's the heart. It was the heart fragrance bottle with the crown at the top and with purple juice. I can't remember how that smells right now, okay? But I remember the first time I smelled that perfume. I think I remember being kind of sweet, kind of fruity, kind of musky, and I was just in heaven. Now, I wish I could smell it again and get that excitement I had. And it was a lot to do with the packaging too. I'm not going to even front. I was just like, oh. But I do remember loving the way it smelled. So I wish I could go back to my little teenage self and smell and get that excited feeling again of when smelling Vera Wang Princess. Okay, another one that I didn't bring, even though I have the bottle, is Juicy Couture Viva La Juicy. And I didn't bring the bottle. I don't know why I didn't bring it. Probably because that is one, I don't know if I just want to smell the perfume again for the first time. It was just the excitement of, that was the hit, that was the it girl perfume, that was the most popular perfume, and I wanted it. So it was just the rush of getting it and having it in my collection. Because to be honest with you all, I never fell in love with the fragrance Viva La Juicy. I liked the way it smelled, but it never grabbed me. It never moved me. I just, I liked it. I had the bottle. I was a juicy girl. Y'all know that time period. And it was a compliment getter. So it wasn't a perfume that I feel like I would want to go back and re-smell it. So I'm kind of cheating on this one. That's why I said honorable mention. It was the rush of getting that perfume and having that Juicy Couture bottle and Viva La Juicy, So that was one as a teenager. I can't remember if that was late teens, early 20s. It was one of those. And I just, oh yeah. It was so exciting to finally add it, get it in my collection. Now, another one is the smell. This is Britney Spears' Fantasy. Y'all, I'll never forget. I was with a friend of mine, and I was like, girl, you smell so good. You smell so good. What are you wearing? I was a teenager. And she said, Britney Spears' Fantasy. And I became obsessed with getting that perfume. And I've told this story before. So my dad, I can't remember how much this was retail, but I didn't have a job. I either had to save my money or get my parents to buy it. And we were in Walmart or something, and you know they had the imitation perfumes, and they had one, a Britney Spears Fantasy. So my dad bought me that one, and for some reason I was very like, oh my goodness, it's not the real thing. People can tell, you know, teenager, young, dumb, and I wore it, but I never felt comfortable. You know, now in my own skin, you know, I'll prefer if I can get something cheaper and it smells just as good, you know, direct me to it. But at that time, I was like, oh no, people will know, you know. So then my mom got me the full-size bottle, and I went through, I don't know how many bottles of this. I mean, the 100 ml bottles of this. I was kind of known for this scent. I always switched up what I was wearing, but people knew me from this. People love this scent on me, and to me, I repurchased this for nostalgic reasons, and it doesn't smell the same to me. It doesn't smell as sweet. It just doesn't smell the same. So I wish I could go back to when I could smell that on my friend, and all my years of loving fantasy and just wearing it to death, and I didn't want it anymore. And then randomly, because of another perfume that reminded me of this, I said, oh, this will sweeten it up. They'll layer well together. I still haven't tried that. But this just does not smell the same to me. So I really wish I could smell this again. Go back and smell it for the first time, because girl, it was love. I'm in total love, infatuation with Britney Spears Fantasy. Okay, another one that was kind of from my teenage years. I don't have the original in my collection, but I do have the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Intense. So this is another one kind of like a feeling. I remember my dad found this like perfume shop, and he surprised me with this perfume. I'd never smelled it, never heard of it, and he surprised me with the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. And I smelled it, and I felt so fancy. And I was like, oh, this smells really, really good. And then I remember I would save it and wear it, you know, I just wouldn't wear it every day. So I remember I went to a party, and I wore that perfume. I was getting compliments from people with that perfume. I was getting asked to dance from the guys. You know, that was just a good memory. So that's one I wish I could go back, smell it, kind of relive those. You know, I don't even know if I want to relive. I don't believe in go back and reliving the times, but I would like to get that rush and feeling of, woo, Dolce & Gabbana. And I didn't really know about name brands back then. That's another thing. My parents were not into name brand. They were into getting quality items, but they didn't care one iota about a brand, honey, unless they found something they loved from that brand, and then that they would buy that. But as far as, I didn't know brands. I did not know Nike. I didn't know. I was a kid. You know how these kids today, they know all these brands, honey? I did not. I did not know the brands. I didn't pay attention to the brands until I got older. And that's another reason why, I know I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but I told y'all I talk. I don't pay attention like, it has to be name brand, it has to be this, it has to be that. I wasn't raised that way. Is it nice to have, you know, nice designer things? Yes. Do I purchase designer things? Yes. Do I only purchase designer things? No. But that's just another thing. I just knew, oh, Dolce & Gabbana sounds fancy. I didn't know anything about the brand Dolce & Gabbana. And I just love light blue. I love the way it smelled on me. I loved the compliments I would get, the memories I created. So that is another one I would like to go back and smell for the first time. Now, this is like early to mid 20s. This is when I was working as a director at a preschool. And one of the employees walked by and I said, what are you wearing? You smell so good. And she wouldn't tell me. So, you know, I had to do some investigating and figure it out for myself. And that was Chanel Chance Au Tendre. And this is my second bottle of this perfume. The first bottle was purchased for me as a gift. It was my first Chanel fragrance. I still love the way this smells, but it's not like that first time. That first time I was just, oh, what is it? You smell so good. And for some reason, I felt like my first bottle smelled better than this bottle. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with me. But I would like to go back and just smell that for the first time, get it for the first time, wear it for the first time again, because, yeah, I remember it. I remember because I was like, why are you not going to tell me? That was gatekeeping, you know. Why are you not going to tell me what you're wearing? Girl, that just annoyed me to no end. I mean, but it's people's prerogative. They don't have to tell you what they're wearing. But I've just never been that type. I don't know. If you want to know, yeah, girl, this where I got it. Yeah, girl, you can get it for here at a cheaper price. I don't know. So that I was just kind of like, why aren't you telling me? You tripping? But anyway, so moving on. This is when I discovered all of these are for when I discovered YouTube fragrance videos, and that's when I lost my mind. Okay, so of course Delina is gonna be in here. Delina is gonna be in here because Delina was the first niche perfume I purchased. It was a blind buy, and I was scared to death. I just was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I don't know. And then I got it. I smelled it, and I remember going, it had to grow on me because it is a different take than what I'm used to smelling. It's rather, somewhat common today. People have duped this a lot. But at that time, it was like that Baccarat cloud vibe also that I had to go, I don't dislike it, but I felt like, woo, bougie. Look at the bottle, pretty pink, expensive. And I smelled it and went, woo, it smells like money, honey. Ridiculous. So that's what I remember feeling and thinking. So Delina had to be in here because this is my first very, very expensive perfume. So I had to have her in here because that was a feeling that was fun, exciting, and smelling it and learning it. So I had to put Delina in here. Okay, so next, let's go with House of Sillage. Before I get to the one I'm going to talk about, let me start with, I discovered House of Sillage during 2020, watching videos, and I was like, oh, the bottles got me. I was like, oh my goodness, I need a cupcake. So I became obsessed. It became my life purpose to get a cupcake in my collection. So they had these discovery sets, and you didn't know, mystery discovery sets. You didn't know what you were going to get. They gave you like clues where you could try to figure it out. And I wanted the perfume I'm going to talk about, and I didn't get it. But I did enjoy the other perfume I got. It was a compliment getter. And, I said, okay, I'm going to go again. I'm going to try to do another mystery box. And I did end up getting Tiara. And I remember when I loved the name of it. I just loved everything about Tiara. And I remember getting it for the first time and going, oh my goodness, this smells like a princess. It smells of quality and class and femininity. So I do remember that. And I remember going, oh my goodness, I have one that I'm in love with the fragrance. Because I think it was either Whispers of Time I got first. Because I got a couple of those mystery boxes trying to, build my collection at a discounted price. Because House of Sillage, I talk about you all the time, and people watch my videos of you, and y'all still haven't sent me PR. Everybody I know on House of Sillage PR list that talks about them, but not me. Why is that? I wonder. But back to the tag. So this is my best memory of House of Sillage because I wanted this one. I was obsessed with Tiara, and then I got it and I smelled it and I loved it, and I still love it to this day. I don't know why. With my more expensive fragrances, I don't tend to want to use them up quickly. I don't tend to reach for them enough, but this is just so pretty, so classy. When I let my family, I remember I had my brother smell it, and he said, oh my goodness, this smells like a princess. It's so classy and feminine, and I love it. So this is the one I chose from House of Sillage that I would love to go back and re-smell it for the first time and get that rush again for the first time because I was blind buying everything. And well, I couldn't go smell these. I think we couldn't go smell anything at the time I was getting these. So I love Tiara, and I wish I could smell it again for the first time. Okay, I'm trying to go in some kind of order. So I'm going to go with these next, these two. Now, I chose two because I couldn't choose from them, and they're both flankers. This is YSL Liebe Intense. I remember when this bottle came out, the original, people were losing their minds. And I think it was mainly for the packaging. I mean, the scent is nice, but I think it was because this packaging is superb, okay? And I wanted this bottle in my collection, but I did not like the original. And honey, I smelled this and I fell in love with the DNA. This fragrance, the intense version, made me fall in love with the lead DNA. It really did. And so to go back and smell this and fall in love with it, because it's intoxicating to me. It's intoxicating. So this is one I would love to smell for the first time. And this next one is, I believe, the Les Parfums. Let me look. Yeah, Les Parfums. This is one I took a chance. I kept seeing ads. I kept seeing people talk about it. I didn't go smell it in the store. But this is on the same level of the intense. These are both intoxicatingly, even seductive fragrances to me. I love them. I love these two leaves. And I would love to go and re-smell them for the first time because I've become obsessed with them. And I believe I got a travel spray of this one first, the Les Parfums, and smelled it. And I was like, it's good. But then I wore it, honey, and fell in love. So, love those two. I would love to go back and experience it for the first time. Okay, the next ones I'm going to talk about are from the same house too. I can't remember which one I got first. I cannot remember. I'm going to go with this one. I don't know, but this is Kilian Love Don't Be Shy. See my little dent going? Now, I heard so much about this perfume. This perfume was hard to get the sample, anything, because it came out that this was Rihanna's signature scent and it was sold out forever. So when I finally got it, you know, expectations were through the roof, honey. And I remember getting that travel spray and doing this. And this is something in here, this perfume, that when I smell it, I want to keep smelling it. So this perfume is kind of like I get to create that feeling each time, because I don't get that with all the fragrances. I can still love them, but I don't become like in a trance almost. When I smell this, I want to keep smelling it. Oh, it just smells so good. And I remember going, oh, I get the hype, you know, because sometimes it takes me a minute. It's not many that I just fall absolutely in love with at first sniff, but this one grabbed my attention first sniff, made me go, you know, when I keep going, and then put it on my skin, and I keep doing that, yes, honey. So I feel like I get that feeling each time I just pick this up randomly and smell it, but I would like to go back to the first time. So the next one in that line, y'all know it's coming, it's Princess. I remember I'm still on a marshmallow kick, and I smelled, I think I got the travel spray or I got the Discovery set because I did a video. And this is so good. I remember going, ooh. Yes, it's just a good marshmallow scent. I mean, I believe the Princess, these are the two I got to try for marshmallow scents. And I believe the Princess is just the easier one to wear. It's just the easier, I don't want to say prettier, but it's the easy reach to wear. You don't have to, it could be cold, hot, raining. You can just wear this anytime. Love Don't Be Shy, in my opinion, doesn't have it like that unless you know how to spray it strategically. So those two, I remember smelling and going, it's worth the hype. And that's not something that I experience a lot, especially when I started this channel, and I smell a lot, from fragrance mists to lotions to perfumes to body oils. I smell a lot. And so it takes more and more to like excite me. And I remember going, these lived up to the hype. The Princess and the Love Don't Be Shy. Another one going along with the hype was BDK Rouge Smoking, because my first BDK fragrance, I do like it, but I felt like it just disappeared on me. And it's a good one, but it's one that I was like, I don't know. Do I want to even try this one? But I couldn't let it go. And I love cherry fragrances. And I remember smelling this going, whoo! It's a good one. It is a good cherry. And it's a little smoky, but not too much. It's a sexy cherry. And I really, really love it. I really do. It's so good. And I remember being like a little nervous smelling it, and smelled it and loved it. So I wish I could go back to, because I think I was like, whoo! I think I was doing all that when I smelled it. It's so good, and I still love it. Rouge Smoking. Okay, this next one, I went back and forth about putting this one in this video, but it's again with the hype. Now, this is later in my YouTube journey, smelling journey, where you can kind of get a little jaded. After you smell so much, it takes more and more to really impress you. You can like a lot. And so this is one that had so much hype. So much hype. And I was like, is it going to live up to the hype? And I did research on it, and all this before I got it. And I was impressed. And that is Escapade Gourmand. And I know this is one people go back and forth with. They say it's basic, and I can get what they mean. But for me, this smells like an superbly blended, fluffy, pretty vanilla. It's not complex. It's not extravagant. It is just, people like, I ain't gonna get this at, I think I compared, what is that vanilla scent? Solely Notes Vanille or something. But this smells of better quality, higher quality. Just so well blended that it did impress me. It did impress me, and I had no regrets, honey. It smells really good. I do wish I could go back to when I first smelled it, because I remember going, thinking, is this worth it? But then the more I smelled it, I was like, yes, I don't regret it at all, because it smells of quality. It smells of quality, in my opinion. A quality, basic vanilla, but it's a good one. It's a good one. Escapade Gourmand. Okay, the last fragrance I have to show you is not the actual fragrance, but it's Tom Ford Soleil Shimmering Body Oil. Now, I brought this instead of the perfume because this shimmering body oil is what made me want to get the perfume, because I blind bought this because I wanted like a silver shimmer oil. And I remember putting this on the first time and going, this smells, I remember going, whoa. I was so surprised because I'm not a Tom Ford fragrance lover. I only have 2 in my collection. I'm not, that's a house that's very hard for me. And I just remember being so impressed, trying to hunt down the perfume, trying to find it at discount websites because it's so expensive. But that was so exciting to me that a body oil made me want the perfume, and how pretty and elegant it smelled. I love this. Love it. Finally have the bottle in my collection, but I chose to bring the shimmering body oil because this is what I smelled first that made me love it, and I would like that feeling again because I was shocked. Because like I said, me and Tom Ford, we don't have like a great relationship. We have a selective friendship. So y'all, that was the perfumes. It could have been more, but I wanted to naturally pick out the ones that I had, stories attached, and that really I wanted to go back and smell it, and the reasons. And I did enjoy this tag veneer. I really did enjoy it. And another reason why I enjoyed it is because what I was saying about when you smell so much, you can become jaded. And I feel like, it takes a lot for me to go, I don't do that as often as some other people who review fragrances. I don't go goo goo gaga easily because it's so much that can smell alike, and that, you know, it's hyped up to, you know, the just tremendously, and then you get it and you go, this was it? Really? This is what went viral? So I really enjoyed this, taking me back to times and, you know, the excitement and when things lived up to the hype, and you get that excited feeling, because I don't get that excited feeling often, and you all know it. You all know when I love a fragrance, because I almost, let me tell you this, I almost put that Kayali, what is that? The lemon one. Capri lemon, whatever it's called, from that vacation set. I almost put that one in here because I was just I'm in love and still in love with that. But I was like, it hadn't been long enough for me to want to go back in time to, you know, re-smell it again. So, but that one is one I was like, oh, I love it. I love it. And it's not often that I feel that way, because I don't want to get on here and praise everything. You know, who has the money to go buy everything? The majority of us don't. So I like to try to be extremely objective, and you all know when I love, you know I love it. And these are ones that I remember the feeling, the love, the excitement, you know, and I really enjoyed this tag, Vania. I really did. Keep them coming, girl. Keep them coming. So if you all enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below and tell me some of the perfumes you all wish you could go back and smell for the first time. I would love to know. I'm not going to tag anyone, but if anyone who watches me and has a channel on YouTube, please do it. Just do it, y'all. It's fun. I don't be waiting for people to tag me. If I want to do a tag, I do it. So if you all are interested in doing this, please do it. I tag you. Please share this video with everybody, y'all, because we are still trying to keep big growing in 2024. And please don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you don't ever miss any of my videos. And as I always say, if you like my vibe, subscribe. Until next time, bye.